Welcome to the Pop Bottle Rocket SketchUp tutorial. Open up your SketchUp 2016, which hopefully you've installed on your computer. Agree to the assignment. Open up Start Using SketchUp, select a template, and you take the one architectural millimeters. Now, as usual, you're going to get rid of the person in the center using the Select tool. Just select them. And either hit delete on your keyboard or right-click erase. Second one down. There you go. Now we're missing the side toolbar, so go View, turn on Toolbars, and turn on the Large Tool Set, turn off Getting Started. And there's your toolbar. Close that. Next thing is go Window, Model Info, and as usual you go to Units, Decimals OK, change millimeters to centimeters, and change the precision to 0.0. Okay, so let's just make sure you got that. Got units, decimal, centimeters, 0.0. Good. Close that window. Make sure you have the measurements box down in the right-hand corner. If you don't, you click at the top of the screen and that will produce it. Okay, turn on the circle tool, start pulling out, and enter, without clicking, enter 6.5. Then hit enter on your keyboard, and there's your circle. Scroll in, make it big, turn on the pan tool, move it down in the screen. That looks like a hand. Turn on the push-pull tool, start pulling up, and enter the number 20. Enter on your keyboard. There you go. So there's the body of the pop bottle. Now I, in this tutorial, made it a component. You really don't need to because I have to get rid of that in the end anyway, but go ahead, do it. Make a component, create. Remember, if you see the blue box around it, it's a component. You had to select the whole thing though, eh? Okay, turn on your pencil tool, or line tool as it's called. Starting on the edge, go to the center, click, start going up on the blue axis and enter the number 14. Enter. Connect to the 2 points to make a triangle. If it doesn't fill in, then one of the lines is not touching. Now the problem is I want to use the Follow Me tool. I can't use the Follow Me tool while that's made a component, so I right click and explode it. Click with somewhere outside with your Select tool. That gets rid of the blue line. Select the edge of the circle. Now notice on the far right side it didn't turn blue. So I can't actually use the Follow Me tool yet. So I realize that, look, the line over there on the other side is actually black. So it's got to be made blue. So go back, turn on, hold Control down on your keyboard, and click with the Select tool on the remaining circle. And there you go. It's all blue now. Now turn on the Follow Me tool, click on the face of the triangle, not the edge, but the face. Click, and there you go. It follows the path all the way around the circle. Let's just check it out. Use your Orbit tool. Yep, that's a good cone. Move it up the center of the screen. Now we're going to look at it from the bottom. So go Camera, Standard View, Bottom. We want to do the bottom of, or what's really the top of a pop bottle, but it's going to be the bottom of the rocket. So once again, you're going to need your line tool or pencil. Start on the outside, click, go to the center, click. Now make sure you go up not on that green axis but on the blue axis. See, I said there, I don't want that one on the face, I want the blue axis. So you go over there. It'll tell you when you're on the blue axis. Now the number you want to enter is 4.5, enter. 4.5, enter. Now you wanted a curved surface, so you're going to use the arc tool, the 2-point arc tool. And this is tricky. Some of you may get it first time. You're going to see me going through it several times. So remember how the arc tool works? I'm turning it on a bit of an angle because I think that'll be easier. It turns out not to be. So 2-point arc tool. You go click, go down to the other point, click, start pulling up. But that line in the center has to point and say on blue axis. If it's on the red axis or any other axis or on the face, it won't work. So move the pointer along the line until it says blue axis. So you see it didn't fill in. If it didn't fill in, it means it didn't work. So you get rid of it, Control Z, get rid of it. Swing it around, try a different view. Once again with the 2-point arc tool, go to the top, go to the bottom. Nope. I'm going to show you why. Let me swing it around. I'll show you why that doesn't fill in. Nope, not yet. Well, okay. The next time it doesn't work, I'll show you why it's not working. So click, click, pull up. It doesn't say on blue axis. In fact, it says on green axis. From point, so it's doing it down there. You don't want it down there. On red axis, so here's why it didn't work. Look at it when I swing it around. It's not actually a straight line. It's a curve. It curves in like that, so it can't fill in. So you got to get rid of that line. Control Z or the eraser tool. I'm using the eraser tool this time. And this time we're going to do it properly. I'm going to look for on blue axis. There we go. Now watch what happens. It takes a bit of patience. On blue axis, see? On blue axis, click, fills in. Now as before, you've got to identify the path for the follow me tool, so you turn on the select tool, the black arrow. Remember what happened last time? We didn't get all the circle. Click, same thing this time. Notice the top part of the circle is black, so hold down Control and click on the remaining part. Now the circle is all blue. That's great. Click on the face of that shape with the follow me tool. Beautiful. There you go. You've got the bottom of the rocket, which is actually the top of the pop bottle. Last thing is to put in the neck of the bottle, pop bottle. So we're going to first of all make the whole thing a component, create, and move it to the side so you got a bit of space. But don't move it too far away, you'll never find it. It should still be visible. Go Camera, Standard View, ISO. There you go. Now, this time you're going to turn on the circle tool again and work from the central axis. You click in the center, start pulling out, 1.5, enter. 1.5, enter. And there's your little circle. Turn on the push-pull tool and pull that up 6 centimeters. So we click on the face of it, start pulling up, 6, enter. Select it and make it a component. Create. Now we're going to move that into the bottom of the rocket. So turn on your move tool, grab that cylinder and move it down. I say go Camera, Standard View, bottom, so you can see where it is. Oh, it's nowhere near it in fact, so move it over into try to get it in the center there. It may not be the right height. Use the orbital, swing it around. Okay, so it's got to be pulled over and down with the move tool. Now I'm going to go back to camera standard view bottom so I can see really where it is, and move it into the center. If it's not perfect, don't worry. Do your best. Turn on the orbit tool, see if it looks okay. Yep, there's the neck of a regular pop bottle. Okay, so we're going to go back to the camera standard view top. Oh yeah, sorry. We're going to make it the whole thing a component now, including that bottleneck. Create. Okay, now it's safe. It won't get damaged. Camera standard view ISO. Oh, top. I don't know why I picked top. Anyway, it could have been ISO. That would have been better. Camera standard view ISO. Now you want to make the fins for the rocket. So you need to see the axis. And you just turn on your pencil tool or line tool. Now, the fin cannot be wider than 10 centimeters, and it can't be taller than 20, which is the length of the straight part of the bottle. You can make as many fins as you want, as long as they're between 2 and 6 fins. No more than 6, no less than 2. You can't have a 1-fin rocket. It won't go properly. Now, once you make, if your fins are all going to be the same size, and they don't have to be, I suggest just copy paste it. Okay, first of all, make it a component. Create. Then just go edit copy, edit paste, in paste, just paste. And there's your second fin. If you want 3, you can just do it again and again up to maximum 6. Hit escape to get that off. Now it's time to move the fins onto the rocket body. Not so easy, you're going to see. So I'm going to grab the first fin, pull it over, but I've actually pushed it back. It's hard to tell where it is, eh? So go camera standard view top. Camera standard view top, come on. Top, thank you. And now move the fin where you want it on the rocket. Move it in. It's probably not quite right, but now use the orbit tool, swing it around. Yeah, it's too low. Can't be down there. And raise it up. Yep, that's okay. That's fin number 1. Now I should have hit escape to turn off that move tool, but I didn't. I want to rotate the other one. And it has to be rotated along the blue axis. At the moment it's on the green axis, and watch what happens when I try to rotate it on the green axis. No, that's not what I want. I want it to rotate on the blue axis. So you move it around. There's the blue protractor. It's got to be, there you go. Click, go to the far side. Click, and I'm going to rotate it 90. If you have 3 of them, you're going to rotate it 60. Excuse me. Four of them would be 45 degrees. Excuse me. So once again, notice, by the way, the other fin had moved at some point. The first fin I put in, I hadn't, so I've got to put that fin back in its proper place. And because I see what happened, I didn't hit the escape on my keyboard, so it just got, as soon as I moved that, it moved the whole fin again. Now I hit escape to turn that move tool off. There we go. Now we're going to go for the other fin. So I swing the rocket around, turn on the, select it first, the second fin, click, and turn on the move tool. Once again, I don't really know where that is, so I go camera, standard view top. There it is. See where it is? Way behind the rocket. Bring it up to where I want it. Move it up to the rocket body opposite the other one. And if there are 3, you're going to put them at 120, 120, 120. 4 of them at 90 degrees with respect to one another, and so on. Okay, move it up. It's actually still not in quite the right place. See where it is? Yeah. You could go camera standard view top. I just was getting lazy, so I did it that way. I know it's in roughly the right position. Swing it around again, and turn on the move tool and move it up again. Looks good. Is it really? I don't know. Let's see. Swing it around. Nope. It has to be moved over a bit. Camera standard view top. There. See where it is? Move tool. Pretty good. Pretty good. Excuse me. And we're going to pull it up a bit. I pull it out actually. Pulling it out. There we go. Make sure you hit escape. Now I should have really made the whole thing a component at that stage. I forgot to do that, but you should do it. Select the whole rocket and make it a component. But the advantage of not making it a component is if you make it a component and you paint it, so turn on the paint bucket, you can make it a component afterwards and select colors. Don't make them really dark colors, make them something lighter, so gray or light blue. So I picked the body to be light green and the fins to be pink. If you had made the whole thing a component, you would have only one color, right? Last step is to use the dimension tool and put in the dimensions of the fin and of the cone. Those are the only dimensions you need. After all, you can't change the dimensions of the bottle. It's just a regular 2-liter pop bottle. So you go down there, click, and pull out. Click. Same thing on the bottom. Click. Oops, sorry. Click. Go over. Pull down. There we go. So that happens to be the size of my fins. There's no specific size. And do the same for the cone. Pull out. Okay, those are the only 3 dimensions you need to make. Last step will be to save this in your pop bottle rocket folder. So save as. Find wherever you're keeping stuff on your computer. Hopefully you have a folder with your name on it. And rename it. Put your name first. And then just either pop bottle rocket or PBR and the date. 1 April, in my case 2020. And last step, save. Done. Well done.